Hello. I'm in my original village that I lived in for a while. This is where I grew up before I made my house in the cave. I had to gather, supplies and everything I needed to go in there and kill all the mobs and make it safe. So this is where I grew up. I want to show you guys Mapping 101 in case you guys haven't done it and you'd like to try it. Even if you don't think you'd like it, it really is the only way to fully enjoy the game and be able to explore all around you without getting lost and not having to rely on a silly compass to try to find your way back home. Plus, this is a good way to be able to mark spots you want to go back to later, important places that you want to, go back to, or houses that you made. So, these are just the maps I originally made. I like to start with my spawn, which is where I spawn at, and then I go north, south, east, and west. So what you need to start making maps is paper. So you need sugar cane. I always go find, all you need is 2 sugar cane really, because if you plant them, they'll grow. You just need 1. If you plant 1 on the grass or sand, not in like, rock. If you plant 1 in the dirt, it'll grow 3 tall. So you can chop down these 2, leave the original 1, and then you can take these 2 and you can plant them again somewhere. They have to be touching a water block. See, this is a water block. It won't grow unless it's against water. So what I found, for me, the easiest way to make the sugarcane rows, instead of making a row of water and a row of sugarcane, and then doing that and that and that, it gives you a little extra if you put 2 rows of sugarcane back to back with the row of water, 2 rows of sugarcane, a row of water, like that. And so then you just harvest all your sugarcane, the top layers. You leave the bottom layers to grow again. And then once you got them, you have to take them to a crafting table. Watch out, sugarcane. Move it. And you make paper. Okay, so once you got paper, you can make a regular plain map. Now, a regular map will show you your area, but it won't show you your location. What you need to show a location, a locator map, is a compass. I bought these compasses from my iron farm. Let's see what you actually need to make a compass. There you are, under equipment. Okay, so yes, 4 ingots of iron and a redstone dust. Once you have the compass and the paper, you can make, like I said, an empty map or an empty locator map. You're going to need and want both of them, but to start with, you definitely need the empty locator map. So let's make one of those, make some of these, and I'm going to want a cartographer table also. When I go out to map, I bring this table with me, cartography table. Because I could just, when I'm done with it, I can just leave it somewhere. It's not, a big deal, but you're definitely going to want one. So I bring that with me when I go mapping. I bring empty maps. I bring empty locator maps. I bring paper. Anything you don't want when you're done actually making the maps, you can just get rid of when you're out in the wild. So I'm just going to stick this table here. Hello, dude. Oh, well. Okay, so what you're going to do is, let's say this is where you spawn, this is your spawn point. You take your empty locator map, and the first time you do it, you have to press your L2. Wherever you are, you just press L2, boom, you made that map. See? The locator part of it is me, it means I'm that white dot right there. It shows you exactly where you are on the map, what direction you're facing. You see how you turn. If you make a plain map, see, this is not a locator map, this is a plain map. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to press L2, which made this map right here. But see, you cannot see your position on the map. It's just showing the area without you. So I don't want that one. I'm gonna dump it. I was just showing you guys. Boom! So the first part to mapping is getting your original locator map for your little square. Now this will be your spawn map. What you're going to want to do is put it in the station here. Map 34, you can rename it. I like to call it spawn, but I already have one called spawn, so I'm going to call it scary just because it came up for now, just to show you guys. So see, I named it scary. This is my spawn map. It says level 0 out of 4. You can make 4 different zoomed in levels of the map. Depends on how much detail you want to see. On this map, you can see every detail. If it's lava, if it's water, you know, anything you make, all the little wood fences and stuff, you can see everything. It's really cool. I made like I said, a large wall map of just the detailed map because it's just so nice to look at and just neat. And also when you change things, when you build new things or get rid of things, it will update on the maps. It will change. It's really cool. What you're going to want to do to get a larger map, which is what you will need when you go exploring, because this small map, you'll be off of it in a minute and it won't be much help. You're going to put the spawn or your original map you just made into there, and you're going to want to put plain paper into there. And see how it says zoom out and clear? And it shows you can make it larger. See, now it'll say level 1 of 4. So you just made it a level 1 map. Let's see what that looks like. See the difference? The original map was a square there area, and all that now is unexplored around it. Once you walk into those areas, it will fill in. Let's see what the next one is. That plus paper. So see, it says 2 out of 4. Wow, look at that. Oh, so the other one was 1 times. This is 2 times. Let's do it again. You cannot go backwards. Once you make it bigger, you can't unmake it bigger. Oh, look at that difference of the 1 and the 3. That's a big difference. And then we're going to make it, I always make mine 4 when I go exploring. Four. Holy cow. That is a huge map. That shows you how much I've explored. Okay, so that's how you start with your explorer maps. Okay, so I need more paper and more maps stuff to show you. I'm gonna go to bed, make some stuff. I'll be right back. Hey, you guys are in my bed. Let me go down to my bottom bed. This is why I made this place, so the villagers couldn't take it over. It's really cool, isn't it? Okay, we got paper, we got our table, we got our original map. What we're going to do is we're going to place the table down just so we can make some more maps. It's very easy to make extra maps. All you need is the paper. So you stick your paper in and it makes an empty map. See? So you can just keep pressing triangle and make as many as you want. I'm going to make a lot of them. Okay. Now, the only time you'll need a locator map is when you're going to make a new whole map. So if you're going to make a west or a north or an east, you're going to need a locator map. If you're making other things, you don't need locator maps. So if you're going to be going out to a new, like if I'm going to go over to northeast and explore, I know I'm going to need 1 locator map. So when I get to that square, I can do the same thing I did originally and mark my position and start upgrading that map. Let's do it. Let's do the, where am I right now? I guess this west will be the easiest. So I'm here. That's west. See me on the map? I'm filling it in by just walking. You have to have the map in your hand in order to fill it in. If you're like this and you're walking, it will not fill it in. You have to have it actually out and visible. Watch. It skips it. But the thing you can do is you can hold it here in your shield spot in your offhand. When you're in your inventory, just, you know, press your triangle and it sticks it up there to your offhand. So when you're walking and doing things, it's there, but you don't have to actually have it like right in front of your face, and you have a free hand. So we are going to go off this map to make the new one. So in order to explore this whole map and fill in every section, you have to literally walk to all the areas. It takes a long time. That's why it is an adventure, because it does take you everywhere. But it is really fun and addictive. But see, you can see the little like pixelated parts right in front of me. I'm not quite off of it yet, at the edge of it. It has to be a solid line at the edge. Almost. Oh, almost. There you go. See how it's now a solid blue line? Which means I have reached the edge of this map. Now when I keep going, I'm going off that map. It just shows me right here. It looks like I'm on this map, but I'm not. I went off the map because I've stopped moving. It's stationary. So now I'm safe to do my other map. I'm going to sink to the floor real quick. I should be safe for a minute. What you're going to do is take your empty locator map, press L2 like you did the original time, and that made another map. See? Let me take this one down. It's just me in the middle of the ocean. In order to make it larger, we're going to have to do the same thing again with the crafting table. And then of course you can rename it so you know what it is. Paper. And you just make it larger like we did before. I'm not going to do all of them because, you know, we've already done this. But see, it expands it and expands it. And this would be your, you know, east or south or whatever. Now, in order to, let me show you what to do when you're out adventuring and you want to mark your spots and you want to make more maps. You'll need more of the same map, like duplicate maps, in order to mark your spots. Okay, so let's say we're on this map here and we find something really cool, like, you know, the village or a cave or anything that you want to go back to and you want to mark it. You can't, on a here, like, I don't know if it's a PC or maybe Java, you know, depending on what you're playing on. I think you can actually maybe like make more specific marks on a map, like even maybe write what it is. Here, I play on a PlayStation, it's Bedrock, I believe, edition. I think you can only just mark it with the green dots, and you'll have to try to remember what those green dots were. What I do is every time I mark a green dot, I look at the map, look where it was, and just try to put it in my memory what it was. If not, you have to just go back and see what that was you marked. In order to mark it, you're going to need to make a duplicate of the map you want to mark. So if you're on this scary map, and you want, in your location you want to mark is on the scary map, then you need more of the scary maps. In order to do that, you put the map in there, and then you put your empty maps in there, and see how now it says 2. You can make another one. So it made a duplicate of the same map. So you just keep sticking them in there, and you can make more and more. Like, so now I have 4 of these scary maps. So that's what you need in order to mark your place. You'll also need an item frame. So you need item frames, which is leather and sticks. See? 8 sticks and a piece of leather makes an item frame. Once you have the item frame, anywhere that you want to mark on your map, see, here's our scary map. This is where we made it at originally. I always like to mark the original, like, spawn part with the map so you know where you started at. All you do is you hang the item frame and you stick the map in there. And now you can see you made your first little green dot. On the map, if I look at it, that's where I am. I'm standing on that green dot because I just made it. See? So when you go out adventuring, what you have to take with you are item frames. You want enough to mark each place that you want to mark, because it's not the easiest to find leather in the wild, depending on where you are. Sometimes it's hard to find cows, especially when you want them. So I like to take, you know, at least 5 or 7 item frames, and I like to take like 10 maps, copies, right? Because you might want to leave them places, you know, or stick them places. And unless you're making new maps, if I'm just going to go on this map right here and fill it in, I don't need to take any of these extras like paper or maps or the cartography table or anything like that. But if you're planning on going off the edges, like if you want to go straight across this map and then map the next square also, then you're going to want to take, like I said, at least the one empty locator map for each new area you're going to map. And then you're going to want to take empty maps, paper, cartography table, and item frames just to be prepared. Anything at the end when you're mapping and you start collecting stuff and your inventory gets full, you can start dropping the papers and the maps and stuff in this table when you're done with it. But I hope that helps you guys have more adventures and even more fun and enjoyment in Minecraft, because I know it has totally helped me and added just a new element to the game of something else I can go do now, just to go explore and never have to worry about getting lost or not finding my way home. So happy Minecrafting!